Listen, I get it. Christmas movies are so boring, especially when they're played for the past 2 months before Christmas. Today in this video, I'm going to cover 10 non-Christmas comedy movies that are actually perfect for Christmas. Welcome back to The Screen Cinema. Let's get into the video. Number 10, The Addams Family. They may not be the family one would invite over for a barbecue, but the Addams Family know the value of sticking together. Based on the hit sitcom, this film stars the incredible Raul Julia and Angelica Huston as Gomez and Morticia, the parents of the kooky gothic family from hell, or at least heck. Director Barry Sonnenfeld makes the most of the source material while still inventing a path for the film to take on a life of its own. For all its quirky black comedy, the Addams Family is all about families sticking together, or even through the toughest of times. Although the Addams Family might seem more oriented to a Halloween movie-a-thon, there's no reason it wouldn't be a great hit for Christmas.
That's my job.
Number 9, Baby's Day Out. This side-splitting slapstick comedy takes the best elements of the Three Stooges and ports it over to a story about 3 bumbling 2-bit criminals who kidnap a baby in exchange for ransom. Little do they suspect that tiny baby Bink would turn out to be such a handful. The film moves seamlessly from one set piece to the other, setting up the last in an unpredictably funny fashion. Joe Mantegna leads the cast with impeccable timing and tearful hilarity from start to finish. This is an oft-overlooked gem amongst comedy films. Number 8, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Few things are more fun than curling up on Christmas Eve while endlessly quoting high school metalheads Bill and Ted trying to save the future of humanity, not to mention their report cards. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter knock it out of the park as a perfect duo who learn that their special brand of rock music will usher in a new age for humanity. Unfortunately, they'll have to pass class first, and that means writing one dynamite history report. Luckily, future hipster Rufus arrives in a sci-fi telephone booth that can travel anywhere in time, rather than go back instead of the future. They nab it around and bring it to the present to hilarious effects.
Oh my god!
Joan of Arc.
Number 7, Cool Runnings. Though lots of liberties and embellishments were taken with the real-life story upon which it's based, Cool Runnings is a classic that is fun for the whole family. The film stars John Candy in one of the last film roles as he trains a young Jamaican bobsled team to compete at the Olympics. It's a funny fish-out-of-water story with a triumphant spirit and smiles from start to finish. It's also one of the few sports films to send a clear message about true sportsmanship, which unfortunately has been lost in our real-world competitors.
You have no business here, Jamaica.
People are always afraid of what's different.
Now!
Number 6, Father of the Bride. Legendary comic actor Steve Martin played the world's most hilarious neurotic dad in this classic story, which was based on the Spencer Tracy 1950 original. When George Banks learns that his beloved daughter Annie is getting married, he slowly comes apart at the seams as the audience laughs at one mishap after another. Not only is his baby girl all grown up and ready to leave the nest, but it's going to cost a fortune to send her off. As the complexities and expenses on the wedding begin to mount, George is forced to man up and make his daughter's special day a happy one or face the consequences.
This wedding.
Where?
The steak pit.
I don't think you want the word pit.
Number 5, The Great Outdoors. Nothing's better than a perfect camping excursion in the great outdoors, and this 1988 comedy captures the spirit perfectly. The late great John Candy plays Chet Ripley, a not-so-cool dad who takes his family out to his favorite lodge in the summer. Little does he realize that his irritating stepbrother Roman Craig has decided to drop in unannounced, and he has no plans to leave. The two families soon collide while attempting to have fun during their outdoor vacation. However, tensions soon rise as Chet and Roman get on each other's nerves, which threatens to drive the family apart. Meanwhile, a family of tenacious raccoons and one mean old grizzly bear are waiting to take advantage of the chaos.
Hit him with the poker! Hit him!
Number 4, Meet the Parents. Christmas is the time of year when the dreaded in-laws show up and drive family members nuts. But Meet the Parents looks at it from a much different perspective. Doubtlessly one of his greatest roles to date, Ben Stiller plays Greg Fokker, a male nurse seeking to earn the acceptance of his girlfriend's sweet mother and overbearing father. It's every family member's worst nightmare come to life as Greg steps on one rake after another in his quest to measure up. Stiller's comedic timing and Robert De Niro's unusual casting again cook up a huge recipe of laughs that never gets old, even after repeated viewing.
No.
Relax, the needles are jumping.
Number 3, My Fellow Americans. Jack Lemmon and James Garner prove they've got comic chemistry in this cheery tale about 2 former Republican and Democratic presidents forced to set aside their mutual hatred for one another in order to stay alive. When both are set upon by the current president's administration, they go out on the lam on a cross-country trek where they learn a lot more about the American people than they thought. The insult comedy is top-notch, with Garner and Lemmon jabbing at each other's political views and campaign strategies while bragging about their assassination attempts. It's completely bipartisan, roasting of both political parties in an age when America really needs it.
New civilization.
Dan Aykroyd.
Vice President Matthews going to this thing?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's remind him that...
Number 2, Strange Brew. Canadians look at the most of the jokes in this cult comedy classic starring Dave Thomas and Spaceballs alum Rick Moranis. But Americans can join in the fun as well. When Bob and Doug McKenzie accidentally expose a corrupt brewmaster's plan to control the world using drug-infused beer, they become public enemies number 1 and 2. They remain completely oblivious to what's going on as they're carted off to jail and eventually thrown in the insane asylum. It's up to hockey player Jean LaRose and a charming young heiress named Pam to lead the charge, with Bob and Doug in tow, who destroy everything in their wake.
These are the adventures of...
Number 1, what about Bob? Iconic funny man Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss brought amazing comic chemistry to the screen as neurotic, phobia-ridden patient Bob and his self-centered psychotherapist Leo Marvin. When Leo goes on vacation with his family, Bob comes apart at the seams and tracks him down for guidance and stability. Worlds soon collide when Bob charms Leo's family and ingratiates himself into their vacation schedule. An increasingly frustrated Leo pulls out all the stops to send Bob packing, only to be defeated each time. As the days go by, Leo starts to wonder if he's the one who has gone crazy. Part of the hilarity of this film is the realization that Murray and Dreyfuss did not enjoy working together on set. It obviously bled through the scenes as an unexpected bonus.
Bill Murray.
Hello, I'm Bob. Would you knock me out, please?
And Richard Dreyfuss.
This brings us to the end of our video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.